big up, and welcome to the Liverpool 12th Man Show. I'm the Liverpool 12th Man, and I'm joined by Nalante, and I am joined by Scouse Lee in the house as we get prepared for this trip to the American Express Stadium.
Hi guys, and hi everyone else.
Big up,
big up yourself, Lee.
Definitely.
As always.
So still waiting to hear the lineups to be announced. We have
So
that we did. Yeah, we did.
I'm hoping Jay Downs might be fit enough for a sub appearance. Like if he's fit again now, give him a run at the end, see if he can get a goal. He can score last season, didn't we? It depends how the game goes, I suppose, doesn't it? But with Jota's setback and Chiesa being a persistent sick note, we're going to need him.
Yeah, totally going to need him. Like I said yesterday, there's a bunch. We gave, one of our 2-hour shows became a 4-hour show yesterday. So we had a bunch of, we did a little mini sneak preview of today's show. James Milner, Solly March, Matt O'Reilly, Adam Webster, João Pedro, Minta, Rudder, all out for Brighton currently. That's what I have listed. And Lewis Dunk and Henshaw Wood are all doubtful for Brighton. On our hands, we still have Chiesa, Ali, and Elliott out currently. But Connor Bradley is doubtful, and obviously Diego is out. But Hyler, big up, Hyler with the quick info.
Come on,
Hyler's got the
on it.
Yeah,
on it like Sonic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It is. This is Hyler saying confirmed lineup is Liverpool will be starting Yaros, Bradley, who I just mentioned. So interesting too, because it's like they haven't even announced it.
Pick up Philip.
Yeah, I haven't even. I'm on.
They've just announced it. Yeah, they've announced Brighton's one as well, 12. So Brighton have got a weekend team. That's no surprise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I really want to see what theirs is. If Hyler could flash that up next Brighton's, I'm very interested in what they've got.
Yeah, I'm on actual the EFL.com, which is the main site for them, and still waiting for them. This says lineups to be announced soon. So it's crazy when you're getting leaks and getting lineup announcements on other sites. But yet,
good for Yaros to get a game. Good for Yaros to get a game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Origin for him.
Yeah, it is. Morton Jones, Bosley. I think that was Endo, Morton Jones, and Bosley. So that means that we're going to start Bosley on the left wing. No, right wing possibly.
Yeah. Right wing. Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess Cody will be starting at the striker. Yeah,
that makes sense due to injuries, and we can only go because Dan's unfortunately still not 100% back. It would have been great for him to play, but he's still not 100%.
Yeah, and then
that looks quite good and strong. I reckon that's a strong side. That, considering it's our second string players, it's a strong side. I think.
Yeah.
I think Jones and Szoboszlai, Diaz and Gakpo between them can cook something up, definitely.
Yeah. That is certainly. It's a decent lineup. It's not a lineup that isn't able to do anything like us. It's not like they're going to sit back and hope to get some type of counter-strike, counter-strike goal or something.
It gives Cairns another stab at it, after the Arsenal game, you know what I mean? Try and get him free in the right positions, around their box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same with
Szoboszlai. It's pretty funny too. SofaScore's got it all mixed up as well. But and look at the SofaScore. So on the bench we have Kelleher, Van Dijk, Konate, Tsimikas, McAllister, Trainioni, Mohamed Salah, and Darwin Núñez. Those are our bench options. For Brighton will have Verbruggen on bench. They'll have Beltman, Hinshelwood, Esputin, Baleba,
You say
Ayari,
Dunk then?
Toma, and Welbeck all on the bench. Say again?
Is Dunk playing for them, is he? Is Dunk
No. It's
that's
they
good
have
news.
it as Steele, Lamptey, Jan Paul Van Heck, Julio Kadojo.
Big up, Cedric. Big up yourself.
Viper, Mother, Adingra, and Cisco, Gruda, and Ferguson's going to start at the point as the 9 for them.
They're still a decent side for them, like.
I still have a decent side, certainly.
Yeah,
certainly.
I think we could get at them defensively though, with Dunk being missing. He's their best defender. Usually holds it together for them, like, don't he? And with him not there, hope we can give their defense some trouble. Get Diaz and Gakpo running at them.
Yeah, I'd like to see how we do set up again. Like,
actually, Jones is the one, running on the edge of the box. Like when he's on a run, like, and he can get around the edge of the box. He's got some great finishes in him, Jones, from the edge of the box type range.
Yeah, you could say that too.
Yeah, with Endo and Morton being together in that double pivot, it should give him license to do a lot of what we want to see him doing, basically. Curtis tonight, so I'm hoping for a good performance from him tonight.
No, I mean, like the only name on the bench that isn't a starter, if not a definitely a backup, which is Simicast is that backup. But we have all of our starters. We're Van Dijk, Konate, McAllister, Salah, and Nunez all on the bench. But then we have, it's good to see Trenioni, who I think will get minutes in this game. I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. And a good evening to you, Norm. Good evening. Big up yourself.
Big up to everyone joining us currently.
All
Edward,
of you.
Yeah, everyone in chat.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah,
big up
Norm, Revenite, Trap Joe, Hylor, Cedric, Philip, by the way, too, and those that are just chilling but haven't typed in to say what's good, what is up to all the Reds out there worldwide as we do our roll call. Yes, it's going to be interesting. No Gravenberg on the bench at all, by the way.
I'm fine with that.
Yep, no Gravenberg.
Yeah. Let me ask you in the panel, and as a Lee, yourself 12th Lee in the chat. It's interesting to see that lineup, Robertson starting. So that possibly could mean, and I'm assuming that Simicast starts the next Premier League game.
I know it's one that I don't think anyone expected.
I have a different perspective.
He was going to come in. Sorry.
Okay.
No, go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, people thought he was going to come in tonight, didn't he? Simicast from the start.
Yeah.
Quite surprised at that one, like.
Yeah.
I did have Simicast. I predicted Simicast would start simply because it's a League Cup game. But seeing Robbo start, I think personally, this is just my perspective. Again, this point, I don't have any inside link or anything like that. Second. I don't have any inside link or anything like that going towards Robbo's camp, but I would say that Robbo probably knows how he played in that Arsenal matchup. I think Robbo probably knows also that he is a leader on this team. And I think Robbo probably wants to get out there as soon as possible to make up for that performance.
Best way to forget it is to play again, isn't it? And play well.
You just want to go out there and show like, hey, I know, you had an off game, which every player does. You had an off game, and
I wouldn't put it past him to score tonight.
Yeah, you just want to get out there.
He could get on the score sheet, couldn't he? Strange things have happened. It was.
I mean, like too. I was going to say real quickly, and I'll let you go too as well. You got to recognize the fact that we're going to be playing this game. This is the same team we're playing this weekend. So it's not like it's not like we are saving him for a different team or some other team that's more vaulted, towards like, as in talent levels or something like that. No, this is the same team we're going to be playing this weekend. So yeah, it's one of those cases.
The league.
I am not doing a watch along, by the way, Edward. I am not doing watch along. This is our roll call. This is just hey, chime in, tell us where you're representing from right now, like as in what city or town or even state or country, wherever you want to reference. You can just give a shout as to where you're chiming in from, just to show the unity that we have as Reds across the world, and to just wish you all a good game to watch, and to know that you're walking into this game together. That's why we call it roll calls, because it's a roll call to say let's walk into this game together, from wherever we are in the world. That's my perspective, at least. River Knight, what are you saying? I'm talking about something else. But still, this is where we're at with this lineup. Again, I was talking about how SofaScore's got it kind of mixed up. I don't think it's going to be like what SofaScore has the lineup as, because SofaScore has it as being like the back four, albeit it should be interesting. Does Kwanzaa play in the left center back spot, or does he play in the right center back spot? That could be interesting. Where Joey gets to go. I like the fact that, and this is what I did say. I said that I did think that Trent was going to play because he's the vice captain, but I also said with a caveat, if he doesn't play, I also thought that Joe Gomez would most likely be wearing the armband and going forward, and I think that would have been constructive as to what we're doing with this whole, like, I know Joey G. And this is directed to Nante too. I know what we've been seeing the club do, or how people's opinions on the treatment of Joey has been, I guess a little suspect, as into like, trying to properly give him the amount of playing time that he deserves, I believe, considering he was one of our best.
Yeah, after last season, yeah, he played a lot, didn't he?
Yeah, but he has put on the captain's band now. This will be his second time, or depends on if Robbo gets it too.
Probably they'll give it to Robbo. They'll give it to Robbo as a senior. Yeah. Well, I mean, Gomez is kind of been there before Robbo, but I think they'll give it to Robbo. But let's see anyway.
Yeah, because I know that was the hierarchy before, but I don't know if it's the hierarchy. It probably is. Still remains the same, but I don't know if that's the hierarchy. You know what I mean? Like, as in it usually went from like, whatever it was in the leadership council or school, whatever it was called, it just went down.
I mean, mainly, no, 100% of. I think mainly I'd be interested, funny enough, in Joey and Endo, because we've all discussed it on previous episodes. So I think those two definitely should have started a few games this season, and regarding the form and really form-wise, certain players have had in and out differences games, and I believe both of them deserve to start or at least get more minutes. So I'll be interested to see how they play, and going forward, Slot. If he really wants us to do something, he needs to utilize the whole squad, especially those two.
Yeah, there's a difference in this lineup in that with this lineup out there, which has got some options, it's got some good players in the sense of scoring options, at least. I mean, they're all good players. I'm just saying it's got some good players as scoring options out there in either Lucho, who I am surprised to see get the start, tell you the truth. I didn't think Lucho was going to start in this game, but Lucho and Cody, and even Dom or even Curtis is some scoring options out there. Certainly has some scoring options on the bench, this time around. So it should be interesting to see what we can get from this squad starting, and then if necessary, what we get from our bench. And hopefully we don't have to utilize our bench too much. We can utilize some of the players that aren't really getting the minutes that. Like a Tranioni, like we mentioned earlier. And that's, maybe one sub, I guess, because everyone else, and maybe like a Simicast to come in, for Robbo or something.
When
like
we
that.
went there in the league game last season, we were in really good form, but ended up drawing 2-2, didn't we? Remember it hinged on Ryan in the bar when we were 2-1 up. Ryan at the bar, and that would have sealed the result. Like we ended up drawing, didn't we? Robbo own goal.
Yeah, it was disappointing. Yeah, we should have sealed. You're right, Lee. We should have finished that game, and then Brighton, good team, they got the draw.
Yeah, Deserbi was quite a good opponent for Klopp. Like Brighton have done us a few times, didn't they? Under Deserbi, but it's a different guy now, isn't it? Like, so we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Again, what I was saying about the SofaScore lineup, they have Cody in the 9. They have Lucho. They have a 4-2-3-1, and they have Cody in the 9. They have Lucho on the left. They have Dom in the 10. They have Tyler Morton on the right. Then they have a pivot of Jones and Endo. So I don't think that's what they're going to do. Okay, now I think SofaScore just heard me say that because SofaScore has just updated their lineup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, 12. But in the complaint, I tell you.
I tell you, there's the links and stuff they have with AI and all the other things. So now they have us in a 4-3-3, and they have it as being Lucho on the left, Dom in the middle as being the 9, Cody on the right. I don't think that's not going to happen. Curtis on the left, Endo in the middle, Morton on the right. I think they're just trying. I think SofaScore has just been like, I don't know what to do with this lineup, So let's just keep working on it.
I think we've got enough good players on the pitch to win this game, whichever way they line up. Looking at from what I know from what the lineups appear to be, I think we've got enough players on the pitch to win this tonight.
Yeah. Definitely so. On the FO, I think maybe because on the FO website, it is it FO as an EFL? Sometimes over here we say like if it's Major League Baseball, we say the Millib or something like that. Anyway, Yardos, Bradley, Gomez, Kwanzaa, Robertson, excuse me, on the back line, but it has Morton, Endo, and Jones in the midfield. And then they do have Cody, Dom, and Diaz listed as the forwards on the official EFL website. So, I mean, I don't think Dom is going to start as our striker. That I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. Am I alone on that? Or also, by the way, big up to JK joining us. I'm sorry, JK. My apologies.
Evening, Jay.
Evening.
Jones, Akbo in the middle, Diaz on the right. That's what Lee is saying. I don't know what this is. What is your ideas, JK? What are your ideas of what we do for our front line? How does our front line come out? I know they'll be interchangeable, by the way. They'll be interchangeable. They'll be playing in different roles and different spots all throughout the game. But
that's me. Diaz
on the left and Diaz on the right, couldn't he?
Yeah, so what's in the middle? Maybe.
So wait, I'll get JK. Give us your front lineup. Nolante, give your front line, and then we give front line. Let's hear it.
I think it's going to be Gapco in the middle, Diaz left, and maybe Swatsula right, or Gapco right, Diaz right or left, it doesn't matter, and Swatsula in the middle. So it'd be interesting to see.
I think. I'm starting to get an idea as to what he might do if Dom starts in the middle. But I'll let you go with Nolante. What would you think is going to be the front lineup? And if you want to give reasoning why you think that too.
Well, of those three players, like you could say Gakpo's played in the centre more than like Diaz and Dom. So we're just going off what we've seen before with Klopp, but we don't really know, do we? I'd imagine if it's like it was last season, Gakpo would be the centre forward.
Ideas.
Soboslai lie either side of him.
Yeah. About the
they could change sides as well throughout the match, couldn't they? Like get Dom to get it off the left on his right foot, give Diaz the chance to go on his right and go outside and get crosses in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He does well on the right when Salah's out, and we use him more often than not as Salah's substitute, like when we're without Salah. And he does play well on the right. Diaz, he is very effective on the right as well, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do have like I said, I do have an idea formulating in my head as to what he might be thinking. But Malante, I'll let you go before I chime in. Oh. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Did you have an idea as to what the front line is going to look like for us? Like, as in with those selections, with those, it is like according to the EFL.com website, it is going to be Cody, Dom, and Diaz as the strikers, or as the forwards, I should say. What would you say?
Oh, pretty simple for this 12. Gomez up top, and they're playing in the 10. There we go, mate. Simple as.
There you go. Joey G in the spot.
Yeah.
Nice. He'll definitely try to get his goal then.
No, he's scoring today.
There you go.
Why not?
I
did my prediction. Have you done that?
No, we haven't. No, you haven't. I was going to get into that in a few minutes.
Okay, cool.
I was going to do, you know what? This is just, again, this is just me kind of spitballing a little bit, but what could be from the lineup that I'm looking at right here, what he could be trying to do is, could you foresee, this is just, again, me spitballing here. Yeah. Could you foresee the back four? Obviously, we know what the back four is going to look like with Connor and Robbo. Excuse me. And you can even maybe have them bombing forward a little bit, at least to give a little width, but still play a 4-2-3-1. And this is what I would like. This is what I would say or suggest if I was in the assistant manager role for Slot, and that is like put Tyler Morton and Endo in the pivot together. This two defensive midfielders together in the pivot. Put Curtis Jones in that 10 role. Okay, this is me spitballing. Whether you can, I don't really like Cody out on the right. I rather prefer him on the left. And I've seen Lucho play on the right, and he's done well. So I would personally say Lucho on the right and Cody on the left, personally. But I know that Robbo and Lucho do have a really good relationship defensively when it comes to their work. So either one or two, it doesn't matter, whichever you play on the wings. Have Dom play as, again, I know the whole Bobby 2.0 is not really getting a lot of like play or a lot of traction, but have Dom as a false 9 possibly in that striker role for us, which we all know his defensive capabilities, and he has the legs, he has the ability to he's got
a runner in Curtis behind him, like to pick out if he can drop deep and pick Curtis out of one of his
exactly. He can create a combination with Curtis, because Curtis does like going into those channels as well. As the goal that he scored, for instance, was like him doing that exactly that. Create a relationship of what we've seen what we've seen Nunez even do in that Arsenal game. I just saw a great breakdown, a couple different breakdowns on what we did well in the game, what Arsenal did to stop us in that game against them at the Emirates. And we're showing how Nunez, excuse me again, Nalante was talking about, I believe it was Nalante was saying how he didn't like how Nunez was tracking back, I think, too deep. Was that? I want to make sure I quote you right or not. I'm not sure if that was you or not now, but I'm hoping it was. Okay. He was tracking back a little bit too deep for Nalante, I think is what he said. And they were showing why he was doing that, because like what Arsenal was doing was forcing us was forcing us to have Nunez drop back to provide extra coverage, because they had Havertz, for instance, dropping into that midfield. They had Timber sometimes playing inverted. That midfield was being overrun by Arsenal, and we had to bring someone back to have some type of coverage to provide some outlets and the likes for us. I don't think Brighton's going to be that diverse in their defensive coverage against us, but I'm just thinking that maybe we see Dom play that 9 role, which would be or at least that false 9 today. Truthfully, out of the 3 players there, I think I'd rather see Dom play that false 9 than see, obviously Lucho's not gonna play it. And I don't want to see, and we've seen Cody in the 9 and have to do sometimes those duties, and I don't want to see that either.
I wouldn't be surprised if Curtis has a really good game tonight. After the Arsenal game, the way it was, the type of game it was, like he'll be dying to play, in a game where he can get into the box and that.
Absolutely. I can see Curtis trying to get a couple of good shots on goal. I can see a lot of these players, especially Curtis, maybe even Lucho, because of Lucho's just pure talent. But like Curtis, Lucho, maybe even Dom getting a goal, and who knows, possibly expect something from Endo today. Who knows? Just to show the proper respect and appreciation for getting the start, and praise from Slot. Do you guys want to do? Let's do some scorer predictions, and when you put the scorer prediction, put who you think is going to open up the scoring. Like who you think is going to score first for us. By the way, if you have just one goal, obviously just put the one person. But like who you think is going to score first? Please do tell us. You're going to think it's going to like open up the party, basically the score. Hopefully the goal party. Nalate, do you want to start off the predictions here with your score and your initial score for us as well?
Yeah, no problem. I will do. Big up the chat. Some funny stuff here from Trap Joe's and others here in the chat. Yeah.
Alan's already beat, by the way, saying that Gomez breaks his scoring drought tonight. So.
That's true, man. I've made bets on him in the past, man. Oh, you know what? I've just realised I've flopped. At the start of the season, I should have made the bet. One of the odds of Joe Gomez scoring in terms of odds wise. Should have put some money down.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that for you. I don't think it's that. He'll be on probably the lower end.
Yeah.
Let's see. But go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. We're all listening.
Score again. Brighton are a good team, so again it'll be a close game. I'll say we'll nick this 2-1, and I go with what comes to Joey G, my brother, South London. You know what I mean? Come on, stand up, Joey. You get the goal. You like this 12? You like this answer from the Japanese samurai, Endo?
Oh.
Nice. He's got one great goal against Fulham. So yeah, I think these two, they'll be the unexpected goal scorers once again. Well, what on Nendo's side, not Joey's, but yeah.
I like it.
I like it a lot. So basically, Joey and the samurai.
Yeah,
that's like a movie or something, I think, right?
Wait for this. Wait for this, man. But at the end of the movie, what they do, they turn around, they both go to Slot, they start pointing at him, they say, "You." Let me in, Slot. Stop disrespecting us.
Look, out of 3 cups that we're in, this is the one that's probably of least value, the League Cup. But, we want to get back to winning ways ASAP. That means tonight. You know what I mean? We've had a draw now. Get back to the usual business, which is winning.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree with you.
What do you think? I just looked on one of the sites. Joey's not even on the list here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. Trying to see. I'm refreshing it because the teams are out. So, Lee, what is your score prediction?
I'm going to go for a 3-1. Yeah, 3-1 for us. Yeah.
Okay. Similar to what Red for Life is saying.
Yeah.
Who do you have opening up the goal scoring? And who do you have scoring?
I was just reading the chat there, and Endo might have been in the movie Ran, so he's going to continue running and get into the box. Yeah, get into the box.
These movie buffers.
Yeah. So we'll have Endo, and we'll have Bradley. Bradley's one because he can score, sometimes. Yeah. I'm going to have Bradley and Robertson, both fullbacks.
Oh, you have Robbo scoring too?
Okay. It's unlikely.
Wow.
It's very unlikely.
You pick Robbo. I don't know if you pick Joe. We got a Joe Gomez shout. We got a Robbo shout.
I'm going for a very unlikely trio.
You guys need to drop a coin in the slot machine or go play your numbers because that is a shout. If either of those guys score, that is definitely a shout.
There's got to be large odds on that, hasn't there? And Robertson and Bradley. But that's the way I'm hoping it goes.
Yeah. Okay.
This is me vision.
The vision. Okay. The Oracle is speaking. Spoken. Is JK, what is your shout for today?
I'll go with a 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, because I don't like saying 2-1 because I don't like giving the other team a goal. So I'm going to go 2-0. I think Gomez will get a goal, but not the first one. The first goal will be Gakpo, I think.
Okay, I just saw too. Joey Gomez plus 1,000.
Okay.
That's not the worst. I mean, Simicast is plus 1,900. So I mean, hey, they see Joey's more likely to score than Simicast. So that's interesting.
Exactly. Surprise about it. Yeah.
Surprise.
2-0.
All right. This is not, and also this is not a advert to gamble or anything like that. I was just looking up the odds just to show you what the odds are on him scoring, or is being looked at as of him scoring. That's all.
Didn't know that the Brighton manager is younger than the Premier League is. High was put in there. That's interesting.
Yeah. That's true. That's madness. Makes me feel all of us old. Jeez.
Yeah. If it's funny, a little off topic, but I saw today that if Amorim becomes the head coach of Manchester United, he'll be the youngest head coach in their history. It's pretty wild.
Oh, interesting. Well, the only reason why is that they can't get anyone they ideally want. That's the only reason why. So he's the next best thing available to him. Yeah.
I think he would have. He was ready. Apparently, they're offering him a 30 million 3-year contract for 30 million. Apparently, so I think it's what I last saw on there. Pretty wild. They're definitely running. They're running the table on that one. They're definitely putting all their money on one number. So it does not hit for them.
Yeah. They always do desperate things, right? They wasted. Look how much money they've wasted since Ferguson left. Players, wages, managers coming in, going out, paying them off. Chelsea the same. So for me, Albion isn't going to do well there. I just got a funny feeling. And what's football turned into now? The guy just had a game last night, Almiron, for his team, and they were asking him questions about Man United. He's all smiling and that. I'll let you know. Disrespectful, bro.
Yeah. The 9 years Klopp was on Anfield, like the amount of money he spent compared to, they had many managers in that 9 years, like the amount they've spent compared to ours. Difference is huge.
Yeah. And what's funny about it is that, like, there was a piece on there asking whether it was right for them to have fired him. If you really look at it, probably wasn't really right.
Amorim will get his money. He'll get to pick some players, but what happens then, I don't know.
We'll see. So 3-1 is what Philip is saying. Big up KJ in the house. Big up, big up. Hash, been a minute, Hash. Good to see you, brother. 2-1. Cody and Diaz to score. Okay. Let me see if I have anyone else's scores chiming in here. Are you oh, okay, KJ. Good, big up. He has a 3-2. Wow. He has Brighton fighting us to the end in this one, and us, I guess. How is it going to break down, KJ, by the way? Is it going to be like we're up 3-0 and they battle back to 2, or is it like we're in 2-2 and we get a game winner? How does that break down? I'd love to hear what your the 8 ball is telling you. I'd like to hear that. Also for okay, Tyler saying Amarin will get slaughtered at Manchester United. They're going to eat him alive. Poor bugger. He doesn't understand what he is getting himself into. Well, we shall see. Hey,
10 million a season.
10 million a season helps.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm about to say 10 million a season helps a lot of what's getting said float away. You know what I mean? I'm sure it will not be bad for him at all. Okay. We have a comeback. Come from behind victory. Okay. Oh wow. Right. So I guess maybe Hash is thinking we go into halftime 1-0 and then make the halftime adjustments, and then we come back 2. I'd like to see this team that we have starting do it on their own. You know what I mean? I would like to see them get some real confidence in these players that we have that we're gonna have to rely on throughout this year. It's gonna be we have a lot of games, and it's going to take rotation. It's something that we know too well from going for the quad multiple times now. So we definitely want to see our team get the proper rest. Hollywood, big up, by the way. Hollywood Rock, can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Is saying 0-0 Liverpool, and we win 3-2 on pens. Wow. Okay. Does Yaros step up and slot one home for the game winner like Kelleher did in a League Cup match?
Pessimistically optimistic. That will draw 0-0 but still win. Some result that.
Yeah. Okay, big up. I got you in the latte. And let's see. It's going to be interesting what happens with Manchester United. The other games, actually, let's speak on that too while we're on the subject, talking about other teams, because Manchester United play today. Brighton obviously is playing us, but other than our visit to the beach, we have Villa hosting Palace, United hosting Leicester, Newcastle hosting Chelsea, Preston hosting Arsenal, and Spurs hosting Man City. And it has been said that Man City have put together, let me see if they still have their possible lineups, but it's reported that they're going to come out with like a quote unquote B team, as they're saying, for their team. Yeah. They're going to have Foden, possibly. This is just a possible lineup. So,
final season, he's probably not going to risk any players, is he? We want him to go into the Champions League and all the others. For once, he won't. He probably won't put much of a team out because he has been since he's been here. But this is last season.
Pep likes this tournament. I mean, considering they won it like 3 times in a row.
Yeah. We got it 4 times in a row in the 80s.
Yeah.
But I think they did it. They matched it. They matched that 4 in a row.
Okay.
No, he's had the squad to do it. I just feel that maybe this. I'm just hypothesizing, but maybe this season, if it's his last season, he won't take the risk, of getting even, anybody injured. Like he will put out a really, really young side. Shame, because I was hoping that there might be a few injuries, not that I'd wish any on specific players or anything like that, but for their injury list to thicken up around a crucial time was a bit handy, so we could keep in touch with them. Because with Rodri being out, that's where I'm interested, to see if Kovacic or Gundogan get an injury. I'm interested to see how they cope then.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how they manage with that. Real quick, do you want to what are your picks for those games then? Villa, Crystal Palace.
That's an interesting one.
I would have Villa in that game.
Yeah,
strong. They went moderately. They went with a strong lineup. Actually, they did go with a strong lineup. Crystal Palace is starting Mateta though, who has been scoring for them. Eze and Crystal Palace and Villa. That should be a good game. That should be a very good game. Looks like they're starting a relatively strong lineup, as in looks like a lot of starters that are starting for them in that game, in that Villa game. 20 minutes to kick off. Just giving you a little heads up. What other games? So I'll go with Villa in that game, despite Crystal Palace.
Yeah, isn't it Newcastle Chelsea as well? It's one of the games.
Newcastle Chelsea. I'll see if we have a lineup for that. We do have a lineup for them. Looks like Newcastle is coming out with basically their starting lineup pretty much.
Yeah.
And Chelsea is not going to start. They're not coming out with not all their heavy hitters, at least for Chelsea. Palmer's going to be on the bench. Madueke's on the bench. Who else? Levi Colwell's on the bench. But
it's certainly been improved from last season, haven't they? Because they were dire last season. They look like a team again now, rather than a bunch of individuals. Chelsea, which is what they look like once too often last season.
Ooh, I'll tell you this much too, though. I don't see Reece on here. Let me see if Reece is even. Nope. Reece is not on here.
Not a sub either.
Reece James is not in. I don't know if he's injured. Nope, he's not injured. That's wild, man. Their situation with that is really wild. I don't know what's going on with Reece James and that team. It's starting to hint a little bit like a situation that they had with Sterling. I don't know if the panel has a different opinion, or even the chat has a different opinion on that. But we heard the reported comment by their coach that Brian gave us about Reece James, and Reece James is not on the bench for this game, and he's not in the starting lineup, and Enzo Fernandez will be the captain for them going into this Newcastle game.
Nice.
That's that. There might be something. There might be something, deeper lying with that situation. Maybe this coach just doesn't believe in Reece James and has no patience in trying to play the game of waiting for him to reestablish himself.
It wouldn't be bad for Trent if we could pick him up on a reasonable contract, like pay as you play or something.
Pay as you play?
Yeah, you know what I mean? One of those old school things. Like, they did exist a long time ago, but they don't now. Like, sort of like pay as you play thing for players who had injuries. Like, it was a thing at one time, but I think it was quite rare.
Is he paying us to play? Is that what you're saying?
No,
I know how you're saying it. It's a joke. It's a joke. I would not mind having Reece James on this team one little bit. Quality player.
That's what
Very, very talented
yeah,
player.
if we could have about a reasonable contract.
Yeah, hands down, throughout that entire run, hands down, second best right back probably in the league. Obviously to our beloved TAA.
It's good Bradley's fit in it to try and get to rest. Once all our main players to get a rest, they have.
Trap Joe is right though. I mean, he's making the salary that Reece James is making is he's not breaking from that. He's making good money, very, very good. He's one of the top earners. It's wild how Chelsea has the wage structure that Chelsea has is so set up that it's not like they have people making 300, 400,000 really on their team, but more so they have it where a lot of players are making good money, like over 150,000 pounds type money, and a lot of those players on the team set with a lot of lengthy contracts. He's someone that's in the 200s though. I do know that. How about for the Manchester United Leicester game? Manchester United hosting Leicester. Obviously, this will be their first game without Erik ten Hag. Let me see if I can find out who will be coaching for them. Oh, and this will be Ruud van Nistelrooy's first game or first coaching debut as the United coach.
That'd be interesting anyway. They probably get a win, United. I think they probably get a win.
They get that United bounce.
With them being at home, I think they'll win.
Do you think that I think we spoke on Man City having a B squad, quote unquote. Even their B squad though is a good squad all the same, but Tottenham looks like they are going to go. Do we have a lineup for them? I think I have a lineup. Yes, we have a lineup confirmed for Tottenham now. They're going to go with pretty much a starting lineup. What they have Solanke, Werner, and Johnson on their front line for them, and City's going to go with Foden, Gundogan, McAtee, Savinho, Nunez, Nico O'Reilly, Rico Lewis, John Stones, Akanji, Ake, and Ortega in goal. So
I'm glad Gundogan's playing. If he gets tired out. If they lost them alongside Rodri and only had Kovacic in that position, that'd test them a lot more, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. It would.
Yeah. With them two together, he just about makes up for the loss of Rodri by having Gundogan and Kovacic together. But if one of them were to get an injury, like it might be a bit different.
I was going to ask, possibly out of all the games, can Preston North End get a victory at home against Arsenal? They are going to have to face Martinelli, Jesus, and Sterling in the front line. Jorginho is going to be the captain for their team. Interestingly enough, Timber is going to be starting this game. Timber's going to be starting. So he was reportedly Salah had run him into the ground a little bit. So that's why he came out in that Arsenal game. It was cramps.
He quit.
Yeah, he quit. He did.
Yeah.
Multiple times he quit.
Yeah.
Zinchenko is going to be on the left side of their lineup. And Saliba will be back in this game as well. And they're going to have Tommy Setford as their goalkeeper. Tommy Setford will be goalkeeping for them.
It'd be a huge shock if Preston did it, but I'd love them to. Obviously, we've got like those deep links with Preston because of Shankly, and being like mates with like Tom Finney and all that. Like he was just like he played for them, didn't he, Shanks? Like so, I've always not favoured Preston, but I like it when they win something or do good, like because of Shanks. The Shankly link.
The Shankly link, yeah. It'd be nice to see Preston North End.
They were like
win it.
Club in 20s.
1-0 game against Arsenal or something like that. You get a fluke goal and then and then just sit back and just defend.
Yeah, a Gabriel own goal.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. I don't think actually, you know what? Gabriel's not even playing in this one. How about I hope we give a Saliba own goal.
No. Don't be disrespectful to him. Remember, he's the best defender in the Premiership. Don't forget. Don't be disrespectful to him.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
They're having a laugh with that, aren't they, at this point in time?
Yeah.
They could say it in a few years' time, like when he's been around a bit longer, but to say it now, it's on Virgil.
Yeah, again, Lee, it's them jumping on the hype train. He had the good. He didn't get any game time. When he came back from his loans, he had a decent first season. But last season, again, the overhype was just, oh my god.
I'm a big fan of this, but they have gone overboard, haven't they, with it?
Yeah, they can't touch you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has to wait till VVD retires. Then, fair enough.
When Ibu was starting in front of him in the World Cup, and their fans had a cob on about it, didn't they? Because Ibu was getting the nod over him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is it. Just honestly, but leave them anyway. But they'll win tonight. Unfortunately,
they've got 1,000,001 centre backs, haven't they? France has got so many really good centre halves and that.
Yeah.
If I say if with I think there's more likely there's a certain likelihood that we will see Nioni. I just said that in the chat, but if and when Nioni comes on, who does Trey come on for? What player does he replace in the lineup, you think?
Probably Diaz or maybe Gakpo. Mind you, Gakpo will want the run. He'll want the full game only. So maybe
I see what you're saying. You're saying he comes on for one of the starters.
Yeah. How do you mean as a starter? Yeah.
If you had to say, I'm just wondering. I think maybe he comes on for Curtis Jones. That's why I personally see. I see that Trap Joe wants to see Nioni play. I saw that Robert was talking about Nioni getting some Trey getting some minutes. I think that we'll probably end up seeing Trey come on possibly for a Curtis or something like that. At least I would like to see that. Let Endo and Morton get a full 90, and then bring off Curtis as we might need him again on the weekend, if not as a starter, at least as a reserve player or as a player off the bench.
Yeah. I'll be fingers crossed that we don't pick up any more injuries.
Yeah.
The amount we've got is just about enough to cope with anymore. It'd be pushing it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It certainly would be. Still looking to see any other comments in the chat because we're less than 10 minutes away from kickoff of this where, as Brian made sure to tell us yesterday, shout out to the Irishman, for the many as Brighton,
bless Brian,
the pretenders of Brighton, and all the other pretenders in the league, in this at least the Caribou Cup, actually, all the pretenders, I guess, as he was stating, as opposed to contenders. Just joking with them, because we are the defending champion of this competition, and we hopefully will continue that reign. Hopefully so. We need to get it as like a Bruce Buffer version. When we win titles, I would like to have Bruce Buffer that give the announcement, and when we win a cup or something like that.
When we won it 4 years in a row in the early 80s, the final one we won was at Man City's old ground, Main Road. It was a replay against Everton. I went to the final at Wembley, 0-0. It was really boring. But yeah, we won in the Main Road replay in 83-84 when we won the European Cup against Roma and won the league as well. I think Man United finished second that year, but they were like miles behind us. They were never actually in the race. They did actually get a second place that year. United.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Anyone speaking German here? Check out Tony Cruz's latest podcast. It's with Klopp. Okay. JK, you got a shout. I'll try to check it out too. I'm trying to actually improve on my language skills.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, so I'll try to check it out. I'll put the English subtitles on it. That helps me try to get some words down and some pronunciations down. 5 minutes.
Good Tigers won.
What's that?
Bismorgan was it? Bismorgan, huh?
Bismorgan. Yeah.
Bismillah.
Yeah, there you go. Milner is not playing today. Milner is hurt, by the way. He is not available for Brighton.
But their lineup's all right. I've seen their lineup. Looks okay. Ferguson's playing up top, not Welbeck.
Who's their back four?
They're back for. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go on, bro.
You can give it.
Lamptey, Igor, what's his name? That left back, Van Hecke, and I forgot the other thing.
Yeah.
The Turkish lad, Ferdi Koglu.
Oh, sorry, that's it. Yes, so he's playing. You're right, JK. Yeah, he's quality.
He's quality, right-footed left back. I would have gone for him.
Yeah. Same.
Who we talk about? Kirkaz.
What's that?
I was asking them too. Were they talking about Kirkaz?
No, he's Bournemouth, bro.
Oh, right. Who's Brighton's guy then?
It's a Turkish guy. Played in the Euros for him. He's a right-footed left back, Ferdi Koglu.
Yeah.
Okay.
And looks a bit of a player, man.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good to have a Turkish player. We haven't had one.
I can tell you the teams. Steele in goal. At the back, Lamptey, Paul Van Hecke, Igor, and Kalagoglu. And then midfield, Gruda, Waifa, Moda, Adingra. And then up top, Ferguson and Kiso.
Yes. Yeah, he'll be playing the 10. Is it? I think Kiso, he might be playing, is it? I think he might be playing the 10. No?
Okay, one behind each other. Then the Liverpool lineup is... This is live now, lads. We've got Yaros starting his first game for us. Good luck. In goal, right back, Conor Bradley, Joro Kwanzaa, Joe Gomez, Andy Robertson. Midfield of Endo, Tyler Morton, playing the holding roles. And in front of them two is Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Diaz. And then in front of him is Gapco. So we're playing like a 4-2-1-3-1. Work that one out.
2-1-3.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1. Yeah.
What time's kickoff?
Yeah,
it's
I think
in 2 minutes, bro.
4-2-1.
Is it half past kickoff? Isn't it?
One player too many.
It's weird.
I know what you mean. We all know what you mean. Yeah.
Are you doing a show later after the match? Are you after the game? Because I'm gonna shoot off so I can watch the match. And my dad's upstairs now.
So, it's up to 12. But we can sort it out, bro.
Actually, I could take my laptop up with me, actually. I'll just be able to see it, you know what I mean? I won't talk as much, like sitting in my dogs. Are you coming back later after the game, 12?
Yeah. We'll do a match reaction to this one. Hopefully it's a good match reaction.
Mm-hmm.
The Irishman's here.
Bless Brian.
Big up.
Better late than never, bro.
Yeah. Get your shout
Like
in.
the league title.
Get your shout in for your score before 1 minute before game time.
Oh, is it starting in? Oh, sorry. I thought it was 8 o'clock. Oh, right. Okay.
7:30 kickoff, Brian. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. You're all going now, so right. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh god. Oh god.
Let me look at the team quick.
Yeah. We just kicked off too, by the way. We just
kicked off. Oh, sorry, lads.
No worries.
I can't find the team. Oh, right. The Yaros, Bradley, Gomez, Kwanzaa, Robbo, Endo, Morton, Jones, Diaz, what was it, Gakpo? Okay. 2-1 to us.
Okay, nice.
We got scoring. We got breaking the seal.
Dominic Szoboszlai and Gakpo.
Okay.
Who did you say, Brian?
Dom and Gakpo.
Okay, cool. Okay, enjoy the game, lads.
Yeah. I would say Irishman. Who's the game winner? Who got the game winner then? I guess. Who you got?
Gakpo.
Gakpo is the game winner. All right. Well, here we go, people. We are going to let you rock and roll with the game. We will be most likely doing a match reaction afterwards. I'm going to try to get a thumbnail up for that one. Hopefully, it's a good result. I'm hoping that it is. I know that you guys hope the same. I wish all of you guys a great game, great game experience, and let's get this one. So as always, up the Reds, people, up the Reds, and enjoy the game.
See you in a minute.
Definitely. Enjoy the game. Definitely. Peace.